Hey, welcome to the Easy Does It podcast. You are listening to your host, Lise, and we are on season 6, episode 4. And today we are talking about how to set up your own daily cash flow checklist or your daily cash flow ecosystem in a way that honors your own rhythms. So I am going to walk you through quite a bit of stuff. So I definitely recommend that you grab pen and paper handy. And if you look at the end, you'll have an opportunity to get access to my daily cash flow checklist so that you can set this up for yourself. So without further ado, let's dive in. Okay, so the first part of the daily sales ecosystem is all about growth. Now, this is definitely something that you want to be doing every single day from an audience perspective. So you want to grow your audience every day in whatever way that works for you. I personally focus on collaboration. So you probably already know what those are. That are summits, bundles, giveaways, podcast, PR, whatever, right? Grow your audience every single day. Now, you can amplify that by running paid lead gen ads. But honestly, if you dial in and focus in on doing more of the collaborative stuff and you do that quite consistently, then you don't need to run ads. But if you're just kind of starting out, then running paid lead gen ads is a good option if you want to get your email list started really quickly, or you just want a hit of brand new people into your world. So I will often run lead generation ads for 30 days prior to a brand new offer coming out so that I get a big influx of people. And that normally means I'm spending $300 to $500 in that period of time. Don't need to spend any more than that. So just so you've got a clear understanding of what that looks like. Otherwise, for the most part, I zone in on collaborations, but good strategic collaborations, right? I want to make sure that I'm getting the most bang for my time investment. So that means that I'm very picky about the bundles that I participate in, and I'm very picky about the summits that I speak at. And I have pivoted my collaboration strategy a little bit to be much more focused on summit and podcast opportunities, because I know that if people share me speak, I've got a much higher conversion rate than if I just participate in a bundle or a giveaway where they're not going to know me from a bar of soap. So that is me zoning in on what is easy and fun for me. And you will figure out what that looks like for you as well. So that's growing your audience. Definitely want to do that every single day. And then the other mix of that is growing your offers. And we grow our offers based on what we want to share with our audience, but also what our audience needs and wants. We always have to meet our audience where we're at. So we have a process of doing that, and that's really just about thinking through what are easy yes offers and then figuring out what your offer suite is. And you can do that from a multitude of ways. You can be multi-passionate and have loads of different things, which is what I have, or you can really zone in on one thing and then you really just have 3 or 4 core things that you sell. Again, it's all about what is easy and fun for you. So then the next part of the daily sales ecosystem is the nurture your audience. Now we do that through a couple of different ways. We want to make sure that with our email list that we're building, that we're constantly nurturing and selling. So there is a nurture and sell framework that we go through that ensures that you're always talking to your audience, providing value, but you're always selling as well. Now, always selling doesn't mean that every single email that you're sending has got like this hard pitch in it. It's very much a kind of offhand way of making sure that people are aware that you have something to sell, because you absolutely do. So we use the nurture and sell framework in our emails, and however many emails you're sending, that's entirely up to you. Then we also build out our discoverable content, and that is using a long form platform. So that could be a blog, a podcast, a YouTube channel. Those are the 3 core pieces, and you only have to do one. You don't have to do all 3. And it's very much about reverse engineering from your offers to create that content. So we're not creating content just just for the sake of creating content. We bake in some very simple search engine optimization, and we make sure it points to our offers. Discoverable content is the key to ensuring that you're always nurturing. And then your discoverable content is how you can also generate the emails that go out to your amazing people. So that is essentially the nurture component. So then finally, we have the sell component. Now, this is where we ensure that we are selling every single day. We already touched on the nurture and sell framework, which we will 100% dial in. But then we also want to make sure that we've got some automated systems in place. Personally, for me, that means I have a number of different evergreen and ever selling email funnels in my email system, and also making sure that I'm dialing in my entire daily sales ecosystem and making sure that I've optimized my discoverable content. Basically, it's this beautiful circle of it's just always spinning. We are always pointing people to discoverable content, back into your email, back into an offer, and it just continues to circle and cycle all the time. The other piece of the sell is making sure that we've got income amplifiers in place so that when someone is buying from us, we can increase the point of sale so that we're presenting more opportunities for people to buy from us. So income amplifiers are things like an order bump on a checkout page. It could be a tripwire after someone gets your free thing. It could be an upsell. It could be a downsell. It could be making sure that every single email that goes out brings people into a specific funnel. There is so many different ways to amplify your income, and that's what we do in the selling phase. We've got some automations in place, we've got some funnels, but ultimately we are presenting the opportunity for people to buy from us every single day. Now you'll notice that I didn't say anything about convincing people to buy, because that's not what we're here to do. We're simply here to present, make sure our messaging is dialed in, that we're speaking to our ready to buy customers, and then we just rinse and repeat this through our own daily cash flow checklist. So by doing all of this, this is how I'm able to make daily sales. So now that you have had a massive deep dive into how all of this works, you've got a couple of options at this point. The first option is to basically access the daily cash flow checklist. Now, the daily cash flow checklist is a checklist that walks you through all the different things that I do every single day to set myself up for the opportunity to make daily sales. And over time, the longer that you do all of these different elements, the more that you're making daily sales on a regular, consistent basis. This is something that we also do inside the One Pay Lab and the Grow, Nurture, Sell Collective. So you'll find more details about both of those below. But hopefully you have now implemented all the different components, and the daily cash flow checklist is probably your next best step, because in that you will also have an additional walkthrough video that just walks you through everything that you need to do to create your own for yourself. So I'm super excited for you to dive in, and I will catch you in the next episode.